Hey, welcome. Excuse me. Welcome to your Oracle meditation. Ooh, give me a second. Let me take a drink. So this is why I always have tea ready. So welcome. Switch those lights off. Get your candle ready. And start connecting back to Mother Earth. Roll those shoulders back. Stretch out. It's important that you not only light the candle, but you also stay in a conscious, subconscious mind. This podcast, this meditation was designed to kind of escape and to ease into the world of meditation, the way we used to do when we were kids. Do you remember your Nana, your Mammy, your Shima, your grandmother, your Mima, whomever, Abuelita? They would lay with you and tell you a story and help you drift off into that world. My grandmother, my Shima, used to tell me stories that would lead me to astral projecting, that would lead my imagination. And it wasn't until I started doing this that I remember and then realized that it was an imagination meditation. And here, I don't know those ancestral stories like she did. So that's where these oracle cards come in. These oracle cards lead back to Native people, lead back to different cultures, and all symbolizing something that we can learn. And that's how it was designed. As simple as that. So when we light that candle, know that lighting that candle takes us back to that frequency of Mother Earth, and connects us back to that ancestral fire frequency. So welcome to the Oracle meditation. So clear your thoughts and connect back to breath. Here, we've been working on inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our nose, creating a balance. Because it takes some effort to call back that memory. We are learning to be children once again. And that means also working on your imagination. Because we know that if we don't use it, we will lose it. And trust me, you don't want to lose that imagination. So do this with me. Imagine inhaling the blessings you're asking for, the medicine you need to heal your body, and the magic to co-create the world, to wield it into something you want to see. All you have to do is exhale to make room. That is what we sacrifice. We sacrifice the time and we sacrifice the breath to make room. This is getting back into the natural flow of things. And to jazz things up, we have connected the moon phases that tells us our emotions and what we're supposed to be doing. We have added the chakras, the 7 chakras, to let us know what frequency to be vibrating in. The position of the moon tells us the zodiac and the zone of the body. And each zone of the body carries a different message. We add EFT, a body scan, so we can encourage that balance between energetic body and physical body. This is a real thing. But welcome. We are sitting in the last quarter moon or the third quarter moon, however you want to see it. But this is where we start eliminating that which no longer serves us. This is the cycle of that. We are also entering into forgiveness. This third quarter moon is about eliminating things that no longer serve us and forgiving yourself for everything that you did do or you didn't do. Because we don't carry this into the next phase. The next phase would be going into that new moon, right? I think so. Even I get confused sometimes. Oh, I'm sorry, the waning crescent. And that entitles us to go into a whole other sequence of events before we get to the new moon. And that new moon, just to FYI, if you want to know, it is called the Beaver moon. It will also be on Halloween. Go figure. There's some exciting time coming in, because once we get through this third quarter moon and we go into forgiveness, we go into the darker parts of the moon, and we know that in the darker parts of the moon, that's when things get more sensitive and things get maybe a little bit more challenging. But I know you've put in the work. You're following that breath, letting it lead you, following that intuition. And you've picked up a tribe. And this tribe is on the red road to the sacred mountains. And along the way, we find keys that open doors, that lead to opportunities, that lead to tools, that lead to gifts, that lead to other tribe members. More information that we are able to not just gather, but practice. We don't try, we practice. We are seeking that change in the world. We're asked to be that change that we are seeking. And we are simple children now, protecting that innocent child. So come. We are also working in the zodiac of the Leo. And this represents the heart, the ability to receive or give love, or to even be intimate, to trust someone and make that cosmic connection, make that universal connection. This is our ability to enter that gateway and pick up that key and unlock that gate to that other idea, those other dimensions of possibilities. So come. Today we are asked to sit at the Moon Lodge. And for those of you that do not know, a Moon Lodge is an area usually made up of a teepee. Inside there's a fire. This is where we gather to retreat. Once again, using that element of fire to call in that rest. As we transition from one phase to the other, it can be difficult. It can be hard. But you're up for it. Get into that breath. Light that candle and imagine inhaling the blessings that you need, the medicine you're asking for, and the magic to wield your story. Know that Mother Earth is able to gather them up, recycle them, and change them into the blessings, the medicine, and the magic. That's the way it works. But you have to give that time and retreat and know that it is a blessing to be called into the Moon Lodge. It is a blessing to get and reunite with others. Today, while we sit in the Moon Lodge, we are greeted with corn. Now, I know that corn is one of those three sisters, represents the mother of substance, of abundance. And remember, abundance is not a place or a thing. It's a frequency. This corn represents that material prosperity in the world. Know that we have planted those seeds. Now we are in a field of dreams. And we have worked hard for this. Corn represents that honor and shows us that beautiful harvest, all that hard work. And we were aware of the shortcuts. We didn't do the shortcuts. Because if you do, your corn won't grow. No shortcuts to your dreams. No fast track. Slow and steady wins the race. We are being more mindful of those feelings, of those entanglements. We are honestly expecting that pop quiz. And know that we are doing the work. This is a great time for gratitude, for preservation, for humility. Be prepared to work harder towards those goals because we have planted those seeds. Release any insecurity or scrutiny. Know that there is more than enough. We have been pushing so hard. The Great Spirit had given us the Moon Lodge. Once again, it wasn't very long ago that we pulled this card once before. And that's just to tell us that you are working hard towards your goal. And now we receive corn, the symbol that represents those materialistic prosperity. There is more than enough. No need to rush. This is our ability to receive or to give. The most intimate emotions. This just happens to be the frequency that we're sitting in. Releasing us of anything that no longer serves. Connecting back to that cosmic connection. Entering into forgiveness. Asking us to stop and rest. Giving us the substance and the symbol of abundance. Knowing that there is more than enough to go around. Along the way, as we walk the red road in the direction of the Moon Lodge, being given corn to honor our way, that symbol of abundance, dragonflies enter our reading. And dragonflies help us break through that illusion of suffering, that illusion of panic. It's an illusion. Come. Retreat back into the Moon Lodge with your mind, with your spirit. Know that we are tuning into that frequency of abundance, that frequency of corn. That oneness. We are sitting in the crown chakra, the frequency of one. Break through that illusion. Along the way, we not only get animals, ancestors, angels, but today, the ancestor that steps forward is here to remind us that we know ourselves. We know ourselves. We are not only getting to know deeper layers of ourselves and understanding, but we know ourselves. And we are being reminded to break through that illusion. We have tuned that frequency of abundance. And it's time to stop and to tune into that knowing. The world is a very twisted place right now, but we know ourselves. There is no question about how we will navigate this way. But right now it's time to forgive yourself for everything you didn't do and everything you did do. Any regrets, we do not take them into the next. We leave them here to be scooped up by Mother Earth, recycled, and turned into blessings, medicine, and magic. So break through that illusion. Tap into that knowing. You have discovered that knowing of yourself. This is a new beginning. This is what that ascension journey that we're on, raising our vibration. So we leave the worry and the materialistic idea behind and enter into the idea of abundance. This is the new beginning. This is the start. It's okay to sit quietly and carve out that time for yourself. To sit and meditate in the quiet. Because that's where we find our answers. When we go into the Moon Lodge, it starts off dark with a simple fire in the center, calling you tuning you back into that frequency of self, into that frequency of our ancestors. Not being confused by the lights and the lamps of artificial light, but tuning into that candle. Tuning in to that frequency of abundance, breaking through that illusion that there is not enough, and tapping into that knowing. We have discovered our magic. Don't deny it. This is a new beginning. So whatever you have left to forgive, hand it over. Lay it on the altar. Surrender it. Soften those shoulders. Forgive. This is what our ancestral angels tell us. Our ancient angels. That's the message. Lay it on the altar. We walk the red road to the Moon Lodge, being prepared for us with the fire in the center, letting us know that it is the frequency that we're in of forgiveness. Being given the symbol of abundance, corn, reminding us that there is more than enough. Dragonflies fly across our path to tell us to break through that illusion, that narrative that they're trying to feed you, and see the truth. Tap into you. You know yourself. This is the new beginning. We can't go into the next phase carrying this guilt. Hand it over. Soften those shoulders. Surrender into the dark. Forgive yourself. Listen to that intuitive whisper. This is the precious present moment. This card has come up once before. Listening to our intuition, telling us to appreciate this precious present moment. We're not meant to worry about the future or worry about the past or bring it forward. We're just meant to learn. That's it. So imagine sitting, walking towards the Moon Lodge, entering that state, seeing that warmth of the fire, being offered corn as the symbol of letting us know that we have reached that frequency of abundance. Break through that lie, that illusion. Tap into your knowing. This is a new beginning. And all that worry and anything you don't need anymore, surrender it. Hand it over. Soften those shoulders. Forgive. And appreciate this present, precious present moment. Allow those angelic activation. Call in and heal that child within. Let that healing light reach all those parts of self so you can light up that knowing. So this is your message. This is your oracle meditation message that we will enter meditation with. So if this is as far as you get, blessings to you. For the rest of us, let's combine this entire message and enter into a body scan. And for those of you that are new, a body scan is where we release that physical body and go deeper into the darkness, where we are able to move into a different dimension. So a body scan, it starts with a hoop that hovers high above your head. Inhale, let it go higher. Exhale, let it sink down gently, reaching your forehead, closing your eyes, relaxing your tongue, your neck, your throat, your shoulders, Inhale, let it go all the way back up. Remember, work on that nose, work on exhaling, and as it sinks down, imagine that hoop sinking down just a bit faster and leaving a bubble in its wake. That bubble, that's our transportation. Let that hoop slow down right where it left off. Imagine that bubble. Feel the weight of that hoop resting your shoulders, your arms, your torso. Inhale all the way back up. Take it from here. This is your practice. Work on that imagination and sink into the dark. Sink. Sink. When you've reached the end, imagine tying off your hoop, tying off that bubble, and creating a balloon and a tether, a long tether. Tie it off. Create a root, a string, a rope, something Mother Earth can grab onto. Pull it. Now, lay back and float in the darkness. Your mind will remember this frequency. Sink, sink. Let your mind remember. Connect back to that intimacy, that connection of your mother, of your tribe, of your soulmates. This is where all parts of us vibrate at that frequency of oneness. Welcome. This is the void. Here in the void, this is the darkness that we once found solitude and home. It's in the darkness that we shine the brightest. In the darkness is where life was created. So don't be ashamed of meditating in the quiet, closing your eyes and connecting back to that darkness. This is our cosmic connection. This is where you recognize yourself and recognize this precious present moment. Feel that sensation of peace. That is because you have healed the child within. That child within you requires that tender, loving care. So let that child come to the surface and express all the needs that they need and that need to be shared. Let the light of love shine on all parts of you right now. Feel that light surrounding you inside of your bubble, consuming you with warmth of the fire. Feel that burn. Sink. Sink deeper. Here we go. The next dimension is calling us. That frequency of fire, of entering into that moon lodge, pulling back the buckskin, feeling the warmth hit your face. No need for a blanket, but find a spot. Find a spot where you can feel that fire, but not too close. Warm your face, warm your body. Enter that state of peace. Know that we are not alone. We are all here creating that sense of oneness. Dragonfly has flown in to break through and help us, remind us of that illusion that we are living in. Reminding us that we can wield our magic as long as we tap into that knowing and we allow those new beginnings to take hold. So come. Don't fall asleep. I know the warmth in here it will happen. So before you do that, let's do a session of EFT. For those of you that don't know, EFT is where we wake up that emotional balance, wake up that emotional body, and allow our body to decide what it releases and what it keeps. No longer burdening our mind with what we need to forgive ourselves for, but sitting in quiet meditation and allowing our body to do it. So find that area on your hand where you would do a karate chop and tap, tap. This is how we wake up that emotional body. Switch sides and tap, tap. Move to that area on your eyebrow, that in between your eyes, and tap that third eye and listen. I sit still in meditation regularly. Move to your temples, as I know there is power in silence. Move to under your eyes. I seek out stillness during the day, some parts of every day. Move to under your nose on that little divot and tap. In the silence, I am open to receive without asking. Slide to under your bottom lip on your chin and tap. Tap. I am open without expectation. Slide down your throat to your clavicles and tap. In the silence, I will hear and see the truth. Give yourself like half a hug and tap. Tap. Rest, tranquility, and peace are rejuvenating to my spirit. Switch sides and tap. Miraculous emotions, mental and physical healing are available when I am open to receive as I am now. Tap your head. Exhale. And relax. Do you feel that? Do you feel that release? There goes Dragonfly, taking away what no longer serves us. And by doing that simple sequence, we have deleted a program and entered into that new one. Allow those intuitive whispers to take hold. Seek out that quiet space where you can hear that intuition and pull out that knowing that's locked up inside of you. Let this be the first day of your new beginning. Surrender what no longer serves you. Soften those shoulders. Forgive yourself for all that you haven't done and all that you did do. Enter into that state of peace and enjoy this precious present moment. So come on. It's time to head back. Head back to the void. Head back to where all creation starts. Sink. Sink back. Good job. Welcome back. I hope you're smiling. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you truly enjoy this precious present moment that you've carved out of your day. So thank you again, or thank you for following, for liking, for listening. Thank you for discovering your magic and practicing your medicine. Please continue to like and subscribe and strengthen our message of connection, strengthen our tribe. So wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, open your eyes. Open your eyes to your new beginning. Be reminded that you are a blessing. So I offer you more blessings to you, to me, and to all who listen.